Well, we return. It's been a day since I actually uploaded a video, so my apologies for that. I had some stuff I had to take care of. What I also need to take care of is these bad boys. So, Zurkog Block, Honstar Regime, and Otaga Holy Foundation are potential target right now. And we got a couple of trade agreements. These Zurkog is so small, it's not even a blip on my radar. We have a relatively large fleet. How big are these guys? They got 56,000 just hanging out in this system over here. And I don't want to really jump in on top of them because they do have an FTL trap, and most likely they are using Giga Cannons as well as kinetic batteries. So engaging them at point blank range is definitely not a good idea. Let's take a look at our ship designs because we're going to need to completely rework the Interceptor class as it is right now. At least to the limited offensive unit. We're gonna slap space torpedoes on this, and we could do some plasma accelerators maybe, or some railguns. What would be better? Yeah, it does seem that Marauder missiles is the way to go here. So we're gonna do a mixture of torpedoes on this one. Upgrading the fleet is gonna be relatively cheap anyway. These are all set and done. Yeah, we could. Shield-wise, this is all looking pretty solid. Let's take a look at our... let's upgrade these ones. We want to definitely upgrade all the planetary bases, because those are going to be the key in order to upgrade everything properly. Now, they got 56,000 fleet power, which is definitely not small. We got 5,000 minerals in the pipeline. This is a probability machine. Let's take a quick look at Cooper. Now, we're currently in the process of moving all these pops away. So we're just going to fill up all of this. What we do need to do, however, we also need to build some energy variants. Yep. What we do need to do is this building, this neuroelectric amplifier, is currently no use to us anymore. Cybernetic pops being improved by 15% is really not going to do us any good whatsoever. Energy-wise, we don't have too many options here. Is there a base material here? There is not. So, we could go for a mineral silo. That wouldn't do all that much. It would just give us a mineral output +1 on the adjacency effect. It would increase our mineral storage. Not that it really matters because we already have 54,000, which is what we need anyway in order to start building Dyson spheres. At least the one Dyson sphere, because we're not allowed to build more than one these days anymore. Let's take a look at all of our stations. Sorry, something was beeping in my apartment. I have no idea what the hell it was. Pain needs some upgrades. Specifically, it needs solar panel networks and an observatory. We're going to do that consistently with all of our buildings and systems. Where we're going to be consistently building nothing but solar panel networks and observatories in the actual buildings for bonus purposes. And you can only get 2,000 minerals out of this. Definitely not worth our while. Let's go do some experimentation, actually. Let's take a look at our cruiser design. What is the best we can do? So it's a min-max between whirlwind missiles, medium advanced railgun. Okay, it's not all that great, to be honest. Hull points, it's slightly more expensive. I think it just grabs the most expensive variants it can get its hands on and then work its way up from there. We don't have hyper shields yet, do we? No, we do not. Are we getting hyper shields? Yes, we are. We're currently at 11 months, and we're also getting kinetic artillery, which is definitely going to help in the mid to long term, because we do want to engage the guys to the north of us. Oh, there's some energy here that wasn't upgraded yet for some reason. Let's go to Cooper, because it should have a battleship yard on it. It does. Let's build some more Max Tars. I'm feeling really tempted to completely rework the Max Tars as a ship design. Like, overall, it's fairly okay. I'm not a big fan of having the large Marauder missiles on there. I'd rather have something a little bit more cost-effective. Like, what do I put on some kinetic cannons? It vastly increases range. At least I think it does. If I put a Marauder missile on there, what's the range on that? The range is actually shorter. What's the damage output like? Damage output is lower with kinetic batteries. Ignores 20% of armor and does plus 30% shield damage. I should really turn that off. Ignores 50% of armor and 15% shield damage. I'm going to go for a 50-50 approach here. Like, it's not optimal, sure. Curator Insight, Patron of the Arts. That's all good. Let's take a look at these guys' ship designs. Specifically what kind of armor they're running. That is a significant amount of shield, and they are completely and utterly under-armored. Surprisingly enough, they're very much behind in technology. Large plasteel armor. They're mostly relying on... Like, armor is still 77%, which is pretty damn good. Like, for me, it's 82%. So, armor on most of our ships is incredibly high. But is it going to be enough? On top of that, once we get the most advanced shields in the game, at least that we can get outside of the Shrouds, or Enigmatic Fortress for that matter, we're going to start running into problems. Especially considering our FTL drive is causing issues there. Let's build an observatory here. Observatories, again, in my personal opinion, is the best building in the game. You could never have enough of them. Sadly, you can only get one per planet. It's, what do we have on the surface here? It's a lot of energy. Mostly energy, actually. 336 influence, capacity overload. That's all pretty fine. So the thing with this is, if I would go to war with Odegar right now, I would never be able to jump into the system. This is basically a giant death trap. Jumping our fleet right on top of this would pretty much wipe out a good chunk of that fleet, to say the least. And it's not something that I'm particularly keen on doing. Hyper shields, that's good. Oh, proton torpedoes, 19 months. Let's go with protons. And let's start upgrading our ship designs to use hyper shields. Okay, the very fast picket works. That's good. Can we maybe slap on a cheeky... Yeah, we can. Okay, cool. Rapid offensive units... Barely we can fit one on. Limited offensive units should be fine with a hyper shield. Let's quickly pause the game just in case. The general offensive unit, however, still fits. Surprisingly enough. Maybe can I can fit a shield capacitor on there. That's good. This one, however, I'm afraid is not going to work. We're at 80%, 82% armor. Lowering that to 76 is kind of acceptable with 2 shields on there, 2 capacitors. I should not have hit that button. Let's do that again. So we're looking at hyper shields on 3 slots, putting a single one over here. Shield capacitor, it's to the max. Overall, pretty solid design. Firepower could be a little bit higher, but nothing that we can really do about it. Hyper shields on the carrier is fine. I think we've pretty much covered all our ship designs. And our fleet is... I don't think our fleet is going to get much stronger than this. 1,800 minerals to fix this. Hideous and Lavis. Okay. So Lavis... Did that fracture Lavis? No, but it...
Military confrontation.
Utaga, Holy Foundation, and the Lapatrians are now at war. So this one and this one.
Construction complete.
So that's 4 systems. This is good for Bitcoin. We should be able to capitalize on this, as their fleet should be disengaging from their station. Yeah, there it goes. So it's currently following the fleet, and most likely going in here to take care of all that stuff. Now, they are running hyperdrive, which is not really an issue for us. Oh, good lord, I cannot declare war on that. That'd be a mistake. So right now we're just waiting for our fleet to be upgraded. Once that is done, we should be at maybe around, I'm gonna say, a rather significant amount of fleet power.
Technological acquisition successful.
Kinetic artillery, good. Let's build some Ripper cannons. I'm feeling a little bit. Yes, let's get some tier 2 kinetic artillery on here as well. It increases the firepower by a little bit. Sadly, we cannot do it right now because the Armada is upgrading. And then proton torpedoes as well. The good thing about proton torpedoes is they do 200% shield damage. The Yuri Confederation broke off the non-aggression pact with the Zerkog block. Okay. Interesting choice. Let's take a look here at our orbital habitats. We are going to need... This is mostly science and energy, isn't it? Yeah. So we need to put an energy grid on this one. This is just a preemptive building, by the way. This is all minerals, so this is going to have a mineral processing center. A gamma... Difficult to say. I'm going to go with mineral processing center. This one also looks like a definite mineral processing center once that building is upgraded, that is. We'll see. Okay. Okay, oh, their fleet power is now inferior to us. Oh, that is very good. It looks like they just had a major fight here, most likely. We need to upgrade our fleet. We're about 50% there, and then we will go to war with the Otaga Holy Foundation. Try to get as many worlds as we possibly can. Try to carve up their territory a little bit. They've got a lot of different systems spread out through their space. And we also need to take care of some of these FTL traps they got lying around. We also want to take Zerkog. Let's quickly double check that we've upgraded our ship designs. Colony ships, that sort of thing. Transport crafts, that's all fine. Don't need too much armor on that. I kind of want to readdress the fortress, though.
Construction complete.
I can't do that. Okay, I kind of wanted to put some Ripper autocannons on that for the short range bonuses. Sadly, not possible right now.
Construction complete.
Okay, looks like another max TARS. Okay. Let's start maxing out this planet's.
Construction complete.
Or at least this ring world right here. The more we can get out of it, the better. I will leave the labs alone for now because they do eat up a lot of minerals and resources. And then we're gonna strike against Otaga. You need to be a Betharian power plant, sir. Okay, more minerals is good. Gamma, pretty much in the same boat. Beta is not ready yet. Okay, let's take a look at how these upgrades are going. 95. In case you are hearing massive amounts of keyboard noises in the background, that is my significant other, who's decided that playing Overwatch is cool these days. How's playing as the devil, Nikki?
As Satan? Oh, it's cool.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. Okay, so we've managed to upgrade our fleet. We do still need to go into our battleship design and modify these with kinetic artillery. It's going to probably cost a couple hundreds to upgrade. Very quick, though. We'll use that opportunity to get ready for war. Where is the fleet? It's all the way down in Trip. It's pretty far away. It's gonna be at least 2 jumps to get to our first objective. Undocking the fleet costs 100 energy, which is fine. Okay, so their fleet is still inferior. We're gonna okay, so Zerkok has fallen astray. Oh, okay, I see what happened here. So they had a defensive pact with the Lepatrians. These guys, which means that they need to help them out in their war against Otaga. And then, does this mean they're automatically at war with Otaga? Yes, they are. Very interesting. I'm going to declare war with Otaga regardless. And I will take the following worlds. I'll take that one. I will take Saiban. Has 2 worlds in there. That's nice. Hahaban. Haha! Haban. Okay. We will take a Sidon. Then there's a really large patch of space that is pretty much empty. We'll take Bakut so that we have a nice overview of what's going on inside of this territory. We'll take Otara, which is their capital world, over here. We'll take Antaras, because I like that star. And just to cut them in half, I will take Yoman as well. That should cut up their territory nicely, but there's a good chance they're going to get hyperdrive technology from this war anyway.
War protocols initiated.
Okay, let's first take out this system. I think that's a solid choice. We could add another battleship, but that's gonna... I think it's 16... No, it's 8. We could just add another max TARS. Our fleet is rather ridiculously strong. Euro Confederation has broken the migration for the Yanari Assembly. Okay. Fascinating. We're still waiting for these fallen empires to wake. Proton torpedoes. Neutron torpedoes. 39 months. Pretty far. Ion disruptors. Not something I would use anyway. Okay, so right now... Engaging a couple science ships. We do need to take out their science ships wherever we can. Okay, so leader enhancement. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's quickly pause the game. Let's go to our... We have an admiral available? Let's go to our species tab. And let's modify a template. Or at least can be... So let's modify a template. Let's make a new TARS. The leader TARS. We're going to remove all the positive traits from him. We're going to add robot build speed, leader experience gain, leader level cap, and ruler opinion impact. So what this does, is effectively we've created a new type of TARS. However, we are going to set the default rights for citizenship. No, it is no military service, population controls. So energy TARS, we can't. No, we don't want to modify the template. We want to set the rights for them, and that is. We should be able to turn off their ability to be leaders, right? We cannot. Okay, that is a shame. We do have a TARS now that is specifically designed to be leaders. And hopefully a couple will spawn. Okay, there's the missiles. There is the massive amounts of attack craft. Let's just land the armies immediately. Let's just be done with this.
Hostile stationary asset engaged.
Not entirely sure why they are attacking the friggin' research station. But they are attacking these science ships, so... Yeah, this is not productive, guys. So let's just attack this, let's bomb this planet into the ground. Come on. You're not going to be able to catch it anyway. And they're just going to try to keep on rolling into the system. Which means that if I put any soldiers on the ground... Yeah, they'll just try to engage them. This is really annoying. And they jumped out. Of course they did. Just get this bloody planet under control. Let's enter orbit and be done with it. As you can see, our fleet power actually dropped by 4,000 as we exited our space, and that was anticipated. Although our naval capacity did go up. Did we lose any ships? I don't think we did. Okay, so the planet's ready for invasion. Let's go and do that.
Planetary pacification protocol.
I have a little bit of defenses on the ground, but we should be doing pretty massive damage.
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
But their fleet is still floating around somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Not entirely sure where it went, but there's the Han fleet. We're gonna need to take out this here station. I don't want to have it nearby at all, because you know, any territory we can take away from them, the better. Let's get you to Kant. Meanwhile, these science ships is just being shot at constantly. Nothing we can do about it, sadly. Yeah, okay, so we're preparing to jump to Gazok. There we go. Okay, so where is that? Okay, so one jump out. The thing is that
Complete.
we could potentially engage the enemy in this system. We outmatched them by quite some margin. We would pray for your immortal souls, stars, if you had any to lose. Wow. What is the measure of a man? Don't make me quote that episode, even though it was one of my favorites. Oh yes, we can upgrade everything in here. This is going to be a mineral processing plant. Even though I know, yes, it's... actually, let's not build a mineral processing plant there. Let's build a mineral processing plant on this tile. Let's build another mining network here. I'm not entirely sure what I was thinking at the time, but I'm sure I had good reasons for it. Past me is such an asshole. I don't know why. He always does weird stuff, and, you know, current me has to deal with all the things. Isn't that right, Nikki?
Yep.
Yeah.
He is an asshole.
Past me is an asshole. I think we can all agree on that subject. You know, he is the guy that decided not to invade Sanctuary when he had the opportunity. Past asshole, man. Past me, man. He is just so inconsiderate.
Past you is the same person who
Why
made
is my
toast and forgot about it and leaving you to eat it cold and dry.
Hey, that toast was delicious. Where did my fleet go?
Technological acquisition successful.
Okay. Material analysis. Energy unity output for plus 5% per strategic output with a maximum of 30%. Right now we're making 623. 692. That's totally acceptable. Ripper autocannon. Let's go for Stormfire autocannon. It's the maxed out variant. We could also get... Actually, let's get some kinetic weapon upgrades. Where the hell is my fleet? How the hell did... Oh, right. So we jumped into that system, we killed the thing, and then we got ejected from their territory. That is highly annoying. There you are. Okay, so they are over here. Let's quickly fix this. I'm just a little bit worried that they're going to be able to take their world back. Or at least my world. Steal it away from me. Like the scoundrels that they are. We should... On the other hand, there is a fleet over here that needs crushing. I cannot go into Gazok, sadly. Okay, what are you guys doing? Are you guys going home? Entering orbit of Lajkut? Yeah, I thought as much. So they're trying to get an orbit around their former capital system. We will crush them. They got 23 corvettes, 2,000 fleet power. And the only reason I'm taking it out is because I can. That's literally the only reason. Do I need any other reason? Odeguris is chilling out inside of its own space, thinking that I'm going to be stupid enough to jump in on top of an FTL trap. Which, in all fairness, could happen. Unlikely, but it could happen. We're really behind on biology. Like physics and stuff like that, we got quite a lot of. Biology is definitely not the case. Physics, biology, and biolab. Oh, they jumped out. Trying to save yourselves. Well, where are you guys going? Following the tuna dismissive. Rigid programming on one of my governors. Great. Let's take a look. Leader experience gain minus 25%. Oh, nice. We should be able to jump in right on top of them. Come on. No? Okay. Are they gone? Did they... Oh. I see how it is. Okay. Oh, we'll just attack these two worlds then. I don't care. There's an FTL trap in this system, but no other enemy ships, so it's not really a problem. We are slightly over our fleet cap, sadly. Felnol's shipping alliance made peace to the Uri Confederation. Okay, seed planets. Where the hell is the Uri Confederation? It's up here. Oh, okay. I see how it is.
Technological acquisition successful. Construction complete.
Let's take a look at this fleet, actually. They're winding down from FTL, so they won't be able to do for anything for it. Teldar Crystals is now here. Explosive weapon damage upgrades. We can get railguns for relatively cheap.
Hostile orbital nexus engaged.
Yep. We'll probably lose like 1 or 2 ships here, which is unfortunate, but sadly a classic case of that's how it is. Let's move a couple of general offensive units into its own fleet. That would be good. Yeah, let's grab a couple of cruisers. Merge them all together. Do the same thing. Yeah, we didn't manage to get a proper amount there. We do have a lot of cruisers though, so let's grab a couple thousand fleet power and then merge them all together. And then also split up this fleet. And before you're wondering, ASpec, why you're splitting up this fleet, you madman. Well, first of all, yes, I am in fact a madman. B, not that I use the ABC, way of counting or anything, but B. But B, yeah, I can. That's basically the reason.
Communications alert.
A non-aggression pact invitation from the Uri Confederation.
What is wrong with your face?
That is definitely a classic case of what is wrong with your face. It looks like Davy Jones had a bad day at the office.
It looks like a Cthulhu sneeze.
Excuse me?
It looks like a Cthulhu sneeze.
A Cthulhu sneeze.
Yep.
I guess that's the thing. I'm also going to ignore it. Because the Uri Confederation is literally nothing compared to me. Yeah, jumping in onto that FTL unit would be a huge mistake, to say the least. Let's split the fleet. Let's get you in on this one, and you need a general, actually. A butcher, invader. Let's put an invader on here. Give him a couple of rounds of XP. It's got a decent amount of armies here, but we should have more than enough to deal with that. Okay, so we're already at a pretty large advantage at the moment. The small fleets, are they managing to do any denting on this here? Yeah, they are. Okay, so we'll put a separate leader on this, jump into the system, and take care of these stupid Han who are sitting on the other side of the galaxy.
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
It's like 16 cruisers. It's literally nothing. Lovis Cartel was giving association status. Unfortunate.
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
Okay, managed to get...
A foreign entity has decrypted our communications.
Oh dear. It began as a subtle shift in Bernathian behavior. Scattered reports of their ships, once rarely seen outside their own space, now being spotted in remote systems all across the galaxy. Highly advanced scouting vessels visiting ancient, ruined worlds, refusing all hails and fleeing when attacked. Their purpose and mission unknown until now. We now know that the Birnathi were preparing, recovering the databanks of survey beacons and automated scouting posts left behind from when they retreated to their present borders, gathering information for their return to the galactic stage. In Birnathi space, fleets are gathering, armies are being mustered, and ancient factories roar back to life for the first time in an age. The Birnathi zealots are looking outwards beyond their borders, towards the galaxy at large. As their decaying shipyards are repaired and refitted, and the dormant systems of Titan foundries come online, the rest of the galaxy is left with only one question. Who will this once sleeping giant target first in their quest to reclaim an age-old glory lost? Giants in the playground. Yeah, we got an Awakened Empire. I think they're all the way over here. Yeah, they are. So, they are literally of no impact to us. What it will most likely do is trigger other empires to wake up. Like the Archivists, the Remnants. I believe there's another one. Yeah, there should be another one down here, which is the robot one, which is just chilling out. So, in the meantime, whilst we worry about the potential forces that are about to head in our general direction, we're going to go and wrap up this episode. We're not going to join them. They are too far away to be of any impact whatsoever. What is most likely going to happen, though, is the following. If you look at the neighbor, at the... where's the Union's map mode? If you look at our Union's map mode, what is going to happen is this empire is going to do two things. It is either going to go to war with the largest alliance in the game, or some of the alliance members will join them. All in all, this just means one thing, and that is the following. If they go to war, which they will go to war with their neighbors, which means our major enemies will lose everything. And that's going to give us the opportunity to jump on them like crazy town. Ladies and gentlemen, we've entered the next stage of the game. The giants in the playground. Bring on the war in heaven. Until next time, take good care of yourselves. And TARS will continue to assimilate.